Hey everyone, it's a couple days here after Hurricane Irma. We had actually intended on doing a YouTube live for everyone to show you the marina we're at and Satori, but there was no power and no internet, so we're unable to do that. So here we are, and we just want to share this with you now.
Got to the Salty Sam's Marina. We haven't seen Satori yet, so you guys are going to see it with us. We can't do this live because there's no cell phone coverage. There's no power here in Fort Myers Beach. And we've stopped at a couple marinas just on the way in and did a quick look. Everything looks relatively okay, but there is some damage to some boats, and that's what we anticipate here. Overall, the marina itself looks pretty good. There's some, palm fronds down, what have you. No. Down here, we have a boat that's obviously come loose. And that is right where Satori is docked. I think that's one slip over. So that boat's wedged in there by the wind, I gotta imagine. So we're gonna go check that out and see what's going on there. So Salty Sam's kind of big, but we're here on Sea Dock. This is right here at the restaurant Parrot Key. And this is where some of the preparations they had done with the orange fencing and some of the ropes, some plywood and everything up there. I mean, just at first glance, everything looks pretty good. Some minor damage to some of these boats. That isinglass took a beating. Looks like somebody's already there in that boat. Oh man, look at that. They left their enclosure up. That thing's just torn apart. This cooler's tossed around. Oh wow. Looks like they tried to secure it and it's full, it's heavy. Wednesday night. So there's a chance people took them and got rid of them. Oh man, look at this. There were some winds in here. Here's another bimini that's been ripped apart. You know, if you don't take this stuff down. They still have like a sunshade up. And it took their radar tower over. Some of their bimini. Oh man. It's a shame. This is our friend Paul's boat that I was prepping for him. I was able to take his bimini down, his solar panels, took his head sail off, and really rolled up. Took his mizzen sail off. Alright, let's keep going. Oh wow. This is 2 boats over from us. Satori's over there, she's looking pretty good. But this is what I was worried about. And I'll show you what I did to prevent that. But this, oh man. Oh, the damage there, look at that. It just took a chunk out of his stern. Yeah, the dinghy, it looks like it was acting as a bumper here. That dinghy's toast though. this. This thing's just right now wedged up against this concrete piling. Those lines look like they've snapped. I mean, this boat in here right now is just being held in by the wind. That is a shame. There's definitely damage on that rear quarter right there. Let's see what... This line is just laying here. I wonder if somebody else already knows about this. I really wonder what happened or where that boat came from. Oh wow. This dock took a beating. Look at that. Here's the boat we were worried about. And here's our girl. Oh, there's some debris in the water, but look at her. She looks pretty good. She's floating in the middle. We had this web. Oh my God, look at all the junk in here. We had this web of dock lines in here. Now these were a little loose when we left, but looks like they fixed them, thank God. All these lines here. She's definitely has some wear from some of these lines, but our chafe gear is intact. It stayed put. That's huge. I ran a line across this slip to prevent that from happening to us. And thank God. It doesn't look like that boat ever made it over here to us, but that is just a shame. She looks untouched. This is awesome.
Go check out the side.
Yeah. So much debris in our slip. I mean, we're kind of open.
Yeah, look at the current.
We're kind of open to everything right here, so anything could have blown in here, and obviously it did with all of this wood and stuff. Thank God it wasn't a boat. Let's do a quick view on the other side. Yep. We were obviously taking wind from this far side. We got our bumpers, they've been flipped up onto the deck. These ones over here, we only had a couple of them to put out on each side. Those got all wrapped around those pilings. That looks like cushion filling. But look at this, she looks awesome. I don't see anything out of place on her. This is so awesome. Oh man. You know, when you walk through the marina like this and you busted your ass to get her prepared, and you see damage to some of these other boats, that's when this kind of pays off, and you really feel good about all the work you put into it. Like I said before, I would have been happy if this was just a drill and nothing had happened at all.
It wasn't a drill, something happened. It just wasn't as bad as it could have been. Thankful for that.
Thankfully. It wasn't a drill, but you know what? She looks like she doesn't even have a bruise from this storm. I think we're pretty fortunate to have this slip that's big and we could tie her to the middle. This was our slip. Yeah. We'd have been covered in pelicans. Alright, let's get on deck. Let's look inside. These lines were all tight when we left. We tightened these things on both sides. We wanted her sitting right in the middle. And they are loose as can be right now. That just tells me how much wind came through here, how much force was on there to stretch these lines out. Oh man. That little rub is from the day before, so that's not from us, so that's not from this. You want to take that? I don't even know how they got in there. Look at that. It's like a tight squeeze in there. That's like a perfect fit. Alright, just walking on the deck. I mean, this is the biggest worry I had, is the chafe gear. Put some zip ties on there. Those stayed in place. That's awesome. The swim platform, no issues there. The boom is good. One thing I'd forgotten to take out was my battens. I put them in here for storage, but they don't. Doesn't look like they moved at all. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. That's all of them I need. Awesome. Oh my God, I'm so happy. It doesn't look like it. Everything looks intact up there. I can't believe this. Category 3 hurricane. The eye of the storm was 15 miles from here. They said they had 120 mile an hour winds, gusts up to 120, probably sustained winds 80. I would think even higher. I don't even know. I mean, but this is awesome. All right, let's poke our head down below to make sure nothing. See what happened in there. We'll check the bilge. Here's half of my bimini. It actually just popped off when I was taking her apart. Look at that. Everything's good in here. A little warm, a little muggy, but everything's in place. Let's check the bilge. I expect a little water just because we usually do, but there is. There's a little bit, but not much. I mean, there's like an inch, maybe 2. There's a lot of rain, so this is.
It is dry in here.
Is it?
It's dry as hell. I was expecting this to be soaked.
Usually we get a little bit of leaking in here, but through these windows. Yeah, I mean, you sealed up these windows.
Paid off.
It paid off. Look at that. It helps just make a seal in there. Hell yeah. Let's open these windows. Let's air it out in here.
I feel like that rug right there is a little wet in the hallway.
Really? You're right. There's water under here. So what happens in Satori is that means there's some leaking over here. Back here. Usually. Oh yeah, this is a little wet back in here. So she'll leak a little bit. And then what it does is it rides down the hull. And then the hull is basically right here. I mean, this is part of the side of the hull where we're stepping. And it goes down into this spot as it all kind of collects down in here. And when I bought it, she had issues with the floor. And this is the reason that this floor kind of got wet and rotted away. So she's wet here. The sole is wet. That's one thing we need to do. It's on my list of projects. You never know when I cover it up. It really doesn't matter. But, you know, this is just rotting away. And this is wet right now. So I might have to pull this off and let that. Yeah, you can see it's wet there. So there was some leaking going on. Oh, this hat is soaked. Oh, yeah.
You'll have to get a new one.
Yeah, something's definitely leaking a ton. Yeah, there's some water spots back here. There's a little bit of wetness here. So, not really sure where from. Yeah, if that's the worst. Cool with that. Alright guys, I'm pretty damn excited. This is so awesome. I'm so happy. I mean, we wouldn't want to say it, but you know, there was a point in time where we both kind of didn't expect to even have her above water when we got back here. And we're just so lucky that storm wasn't as tense as they thought, that it made a turn like it did just east of Fort Myers Beach once it hit Naples. I mean, if it would have run right through here, I don't think any of this would be here. This would have been demolished, I think. So I want to thank everybody who sent, you know, their prayers and good thoughts to us. You know, that was huge. Oh, the owner of that boat just got on board. Oh man, that's a shame. I'm gonna go over there and help him. I'm gonna hunt down this alarm that's going off in the marina. I'm gonna start up Satori. We're at 12.91 volts. That's awesome. All right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I thought we were going to have to charge her up. This is awesome. Oh, my God. She's a trooper, man. I can't believe it. She's untouched, baby.
I know.
Oh, my God. Mm. All right. All right, guys, thank you. We're out of here. We got stuff to do. Appreciate all the good wishes, and we'll keep you guys posted on some of the other stuff we find, and we'll take some footage, and we're gonna go check out Dan's boat now, get a video and send that to him. So hey, thanks everybody.
Want to support our future videos? Hit like below and subscribe. It's totally free and you'll get notified every time we post a new video. You can also shop through our Amazon link. Every time you shop, they'll kick us a few bucks. All you have to do is click on the link and shop like you normally would. It's totally free. We'll put the link in the description. And as always, thank you to all our patrons and our PayPal supporters.